Good morning, it's National School Choice Week and we are exploring some of the amazing choices you have here in Dallas ISD. Today we're at Innovation, Design, and Entrepreneurship Academy, aka IDEA, and we're here with Principal Hicks. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank y'all for being here. Good morning, Facebook Nation. We are here at IDEA High School. We are a 9 through 12 personalized learning campus. Our focus is to ensure that all students that is authentic to them. So we take in their strengths, their interests, their needs, and allow them through project-based learning, internships, and a mentor to experience the world and to make learning real. Today, as we're walking through our tour, we're going to stop and you're going to hear from some of our students, some of our parents, and they'll be able to give you a real-world experience. We do these tours pretty often, and so usually when we do our tours, we have our students lead, and so today, it's not anything different, so we'll start here with a couple of our student leaders, and I'll have them introduce themselves.
Hello. Hello, I'm Kaitlyn Jackson, Junior Class President and a leader at the school.
Hi, I'm Edgar Amador. I'm a senior in this school, and I have been in the internships for the past 3 years.
So we're going to go ahead and talk to some of our parents, and Kayla can kind of introduce. Jasmine, how are you?
Hi.
So what are you guys up to this morning?
I'm chilling with my mom before we go to class.
Can you just talk to us a little bit about your experience and why you chose IDEA?
So over the summer, I went to many different magnet schools, and we interviewed, and so in private schools, and we took tours, and I came to IDEA, and I chose IDEA because I wanted to be around students who thought like me. I am a STEM certified interior decorator, so I wanted to have classmates who wanted to be entrepreneurs, who wanted to take personalized learning to a different level and wanted to take the extra mile. So this is why I chose IDEA, because I feel like I'm at home and I don't feel like an alien.
And just as a parent.
For me, what was important was academics. I'm a product of DISD, and I wanted to make sure that my daughter had personalized learning, but also she had an opportunity to grow her business. She's with other like-minded kids, with a principal and administrators who many different types of here. Mom, she started her business at 11, and about a year and a half, 2 years ago, her work was featured on the Steve Harvey Show. She restaged the home and sold it in 3 days for upward of $250. So her dad and I are just super proud of her, and I can tell you I've seen a change in her business since she's been here at IDEA. So again, we're just super excited to be here.
Fantastic, great work. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you so much, Jasmine. So as we are walking, I'm going to have Edgar kind of share his story. He's participated in our internship program, which we try to get all of our students to have the opportunity to experience an internship that's focused on what they're interested in after college.
Okay.
After high school.
After high school. One of the things the school offers is hands-on experience in a subject that you actually like, and they go out of their way to find an internship that we actually like. Right now, I am internshipping in Gulfstream Aerospace, and I actually get hands-on experience from engineers and people that are working in the jets, something that other schools cannot display in their schools because all they can do about is talk about it. Well, I'm actually getting the real experience. It's really incredible. The people have been helpful. They're like my mentors. They're my friends. I couldn't ask for a better internship right now.
What other internships?
Yeah, what other internships have you had?
I had a law firm, and at first I wanted to be a doctor, but not anymore. But they got me an internship in a law firm, and then they showed me the processes and this and that and the injuries that a lot of people got in those accidents, and they just opened my mind. I just realized that I did not actually want to be a doctor, but instead of engineer. So that's why I'm at Gulfstream Aerospace right now.
Awesome, so it's really helping you figure out future plans, what you're wanting.
It's really opened my eyes, and it's like a whole new experience.
Yeah.
I actually have one path to go now. It's really opened my eyes.
And Kayla, can you tell us where we're heading to next?
So we're heading to Mr. Hobbs' room. He teaches economics, macroeconomics, and dual credit economics. And we really value him for his restorative practice and his engagement with the community at IDEA.
So just one of our biggest focuses, because we are such a small school, about 100 students per grade level, is making sure that each student feels like they are a part of the school. And we use restorative practice in our community circles to build a safe place for kids to kind of just share how they're feeling and what we need to know as adults to support them better.
something you can just have as a child.
I remember when I was a kid, I moved a whole lot of places, but I'd say when I was on second grade, it was hard.
Hi there. Can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what's going on right now?
What we're just doing it, just restorative circle, just based upon open up and discuss about their feelings and about how things are in their communities, things that they would change, things they would keep the same, and it just helps to build, like I said, community, and also just build just a positive self-image about themselves.
Awesome. So like you're not only teaching them basic classroom things, but a whole lot of like social and emotional skills as well.
Definitely. My favorite thing, I like the openness. I like the freedom that the students have. I like the freedom that they can have different types of learning, and it's not just one standard way. And I like how you don't have veils. I think that's awesome. And I like that everybody has a computer. And I really like how nobody takes anybody's computer. So, because I've worked at bigger schools, and you have to, the students are just open, and they can actually have nice things, and people don't take them. So it's a good way of building community.
Yeah.
And so I think it's awesome, and it goes right to restorative practice that we've been using at the school. So it goes hand in hand. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
So speaking of community, that brings me to one of the reasons why I chose IDEA. So at my 8th grade, I was looking for different magnet schools and things like that, and I knew I wanted to go to business, so I looked at some of the other business schools that they offered in IDEA, and I wasn't too sure what they had to offer for me. But the second I stepped into IDEA at their open house my 8th grade year, I was automatically presented and welcomed with all these different opportunities they have. For example, the mentors, the internships, the one-to-one environment with the teachers, how small the classrooms are, and just how active I can get in our community. I've been here since my freshman year, as I mentioned before, so I've really taken that opportunity to learn what the community likes, do things. I've planned several homecomings, working to plan our prom, planned multiple community service events, and it's just something that I wouldn't get at a normal large high school, and that's something that I really value.
So now we're going to go into our leadership academy, our leadership classroom. In this class, our students are able to take on different projects around the campus, but also in the community to develop programs that have an impact on their community. So I'll have our internship coordinator. She can kind of talk about some of those things.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are y'all? I'm going to let Andrea come talk to y'all about what we're doing.
We usually break off in groups, and each group kind of brainstorms an idea of how they would want to tackle those issues, and we all come together collectively at the end, and we all give our input, and our plan is to carry out those goals.
And we also have mentors and guest speakers that come in, and they set those times to talk one-on-one with mentors about goal setting. And right now the activity we were doing was goal setting, and to do in a plan of action for next week. Say hi, y'all.
Hi.
Okay, so thank y'all for visiting.
Thank you. Awesome. So this is one of the maker spaces, correct?
Yes, this is one of our flex areas. Oh, sorry, I think Miss Williams.
Okay. Oh, we got one more?
Yeah.
Hey, come on over.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Miss Williams, and I am the parent instructor for IDEA High School. Part of my job is finding mentors for every student, and we have one mentor here, and I'll let her introduce herself, and this is one of her mentees as well.
Hi, my name is Shonda. I'm one of the mentors here at IDEA, and I really think it's something that is necessary across the board, because simply being a mentor is just impacting the lives of our youth, and it's so needed in day-to-day, and I've seen such great growth even in just a week. We started out with goal setting, and Tanala came to me within 3 days and said she had already established her goals, so I'm excited for the mentoring program here at IDEA.
Hi, my name is Nala Boudreaux, and to me, I think having a mentor is something good because it helps me personally with life choices, and it helps me make good decisions, and it helps with family issues, school issues, or issues outside of home or school, so I just think it's a really good thing to do.
Nala, why did you choose IDEA?
Because it's different from other schools, well, especially the dressing. But we get internships, which is something I've never gotten before, which I'm glad I have. I have a different way of learning, so I'm glad that I have teachers that can help me learn the way I need to learn. And it's just a good environment to be in. I don't know what it's called.
Awesome. Thank you, Facebook. Like us, comment, share.
So our next class that we're going to is the Information Technology course. We are a National Academy Foundation school, so we have a NAF Academy in Finance, and for the 2019-2020 school year, we will be opening an Academy of Information Technology. Our teacher is actually a STEM award recipient with Texas Instruments, and so she's doing a lot to make sure that our students have experience with technology. So we'll just go into her classroom.
I personally had all three of her classes: web tech, art, media, digital design, and computer science. And it's with Verizon for creating my own app. So here's Ms. Phillips.
Hi, my name is Phillips, and you're in my digital media class right now. The students are designing their own game board. Actually, this is their second iteration of their game board. The first iteration of their game board, they did in life. So they have to just figure out what all the different obstacles are and come up with a game to get there. And so they're making those changes. My goal here is to help the kids come in, learn skills they can use now, when they graduate, and even when there's some career that they don't even know what it is yet. Okay? I want to show you something else. So let's go out in the hall. Okay. So here, also in one of my other classes, in my web technologies class, and in my AP computer science class, students create websites and apps to solve a problem that concerns them in their life or community. So here you see an app where students created to help deaf people to be able to order food in restaurants. Okay. Then we have an app to help people, to help teens to fight teen obesity. Then we have an app here that's geared towards helping reduce the number of stray animals in communities. And then we also have an app here, which this app right here is to help parents find urgent care centers near them when something happens.
Awesome. These are all incredible apps, like serving the community.
Another thing that I love about my technology classes is we tackle problems that happen in the real world, as you saw there, but also we help real world companies. So if you see here, these are some of the logos that we created for the Sherman Foundation, a new museum coming to downtown Dallas pretty soon, and we help them revamp their logo. They chose our school specifically and this class to help them find their logo, and then they're choosing one of the best ones that they like. And that could potentially be the next logo for downtown. We also have a few students here for you guys. Hey guys, hey Claudia. Hey. So what are some experience that you've had at IDEA that you couldn't get anywhere else?
Opportunities, but the biggest one I have to say is the internships. We do have from like nonprofits to business startups. The biggest one that I've been to is Parkland Hospital, so I get a lot of, getting a feel for what I could or could not do in the future.
My name is Courtland, and what I chose IDEA because this is my first year in DISD school. So what made it come to IDEA is self-divided, it's self-learning, it's a small campus, and the school is unique. Also, you can play sports for your high school swim team. So you can also, if your school don't have, if IDEA don't have sport, you can still go to your home school for sports.
So what program do you participate in?
Oh, swimming.
And did you just win?
Oh yes, ma'am. I won first place. I won 3 first place in swimming, in breaststroke, freestyle, and a 4x4 relay.
Crushing it. Good job.
Yes, thank you.
And can someone tell us about this?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Congrats.
And we're
That's
excited about the partnership that we're developing with Sam's Club. Okay. So heading this direction, these are like our flexible workspaces. So students are able to work in the hallways if they learn best on their own, they can come out and just kind of do their own thing and get their work done. Going through here is our SMU college access programs. We make sure that all of our students have support that they need, and because we are excited because this is our first graduating class. So you can just kind of tell a little bit about
Yeah. Hi, good morning everyone. So I'm Miss Monica and I get to work with the juniors and the seniors here at IDEA. We're working on everything from FAFSA to college applications and just getting the seniors knowledgeable.
To come in and just kind of have a seat and use their laptop or their technology to work. We are a blended learning campus. We do utilize project-based learning. So technology is very big on our campus, and just having the opportunity to have different spaces to work in gives the students a freedom that some campuses might not have. So we're coming into a learning lab, and learning lab is just set up to provide embedded tutoring for our students so they don't have
so here are some of our classmates working.
Hi, Nori. Hey, Hannah.
Hi.
Self-paced. So what made you choose IDEA?
What made me choose IDEA was the fact that
And here at IDEA, they also give us other opportunities to like speak out and have our voice heard, like this for instance, and they help us with student panels. And right now I'm working on a project that has to do with Black Panther, and they give us different projects where we get to look into other people's cultures and stuff like that and really think about our community around us.
So I think our primary focus for our NAP Academy is for our students to be able to have the project-based learning experience, so our students develop their businesses. We also work with the Network for Teaching Entrepreneurship, NIFTY, so our students also go through the business proposal planning process and developing their business plan, and then they get feedback from the community. So
a good example is that my freshman year, I was prompted to create my own business. My teacher allowed me to have the freedom to create whatever business I like, but they asked for it to be something related to the community. For example, my business were to help young teens and young children that suffer from depression or any mental illnesses, and it would be sort of like a peer one-to-one leadership and mentorship camp. And it was called University Guardians, and it was basically a summer camp. With that, I found out it was going to be a partnership. I created the marketing standpoint. I found an optimal location for it. I determined how much it was going to cost, how much I'd be paying my workers. So we went from the ground up creating a real business as if we were going to set out and start it the next day. Do you have any other experiences with that, with projects?
One of the things that IDEA really pushes for is volunteering towards the community. I volunteer in SPCA, Dallas Paso Life Shelter, and even the Dallas Public Library. So they really push us to be out there in the community to help out more often.
Another good thing is competitions. For example, even as a freshman, a friend of mine that you just met, Claudia, we did a It Can Wait campaign for texting and driving with AT&T, and we also won that campaign. So it really just helps us, become more articulate. So when we're in the workforce, we can express ideas, be comfortable with presenting projects, and anything that the world has to offer to us.
Great, and looks like our parent is here.
good morning. So we have Ms. Enright, and she's just going to talk about her experience and
personal, and would really cater to them as individuals and give them a chance to grow, really to do the things they want to do. And so that was really important to us to find.
You would, for other parents that are maybe considering a move, because I know it's very personal at home with homeschool, then going into another school, what would be your, maybe advice?
I think just to take into account the individual child and really figuring out a school environment that will help them to grow in the areas they enjoy. So for my boys, this was a good fit and gave them a chance, and more free. That traditional school would have just been too much of a change, and I didn't want to make them have to make that adaptation. I just felt like it was better for them to continue learning the way that they were used to, which was at their pace. And I think even though it was a huge transition for them, no matter what, they adapted. So that's great.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so one other component of our plan at IDEA is to make sure that students have the opportunity to learn about the world around them and also be a global leader. So this summer, Ms. Jackson took a group of students to Paris. And so we're working with EF Tours, and this coming up summer, we'll be going to China. So we're super excited about some of the experiences that the students will be able to get, and we're able to do that because we are so small. We're going to take them into a U.S. history class and just kind of let you see what goes on in a personalized learning class. For the most part, personalized learning changes day to day. Sometimes you'll see individual stations, sometimes you'll see students working in technology, and sometimes based on what the students need, the teacher is just giving them information and it's a conversation, and that's pretty much what you'll see today.
Violence against the Jews. And that is a really weird transition to make. All right, we good? Ready to move on? We need another second. Okay. What is that symbol on the board?
Star of David.
Star of David. What was it used for?
To recognize Jews.
To recognize Jews. Where did they have to wear it? On their shirts, on their jackets, to be identified in Nazi Germany. Jewish registry was created where all people with Jewish ancestry had to register with the government, and they had to wear the Star of David everywhere they went.
Okay, so that's pretty much our school. It's really small. We have 3 floors, 100 students per grade level. I think Ms. Jackson wants to share something, so she's coming.
Well, I was just asking if you needed me because I know you've been doing interviews.
Just kind of talk about how you implement personalized learning and how it's yielded success or results in your classroom.
Personalized learning for me comes in the form of data-based results. I take the data I get from my students at the end of the day, which shows their mastery on certain topics, the TEKS, the standards that we have that are output by the state, and I use that to help me define the areas where they are deficient, where they need more help. So I know if they say, well, I know this, well, the data says we may not know it so much, so let's review a little bit, and then they get the opportunity to show mastery again, and it provides kind of a baseline of how I need to do my lessons and ensure that my students are getting everything they need in the classroom. Results-wise, last year it worked to the extent of our first junior class was able to score or get a 93% passing rate on the U.S. History Star, and 55% of those students got the mastery level. So we had 93% passing, 55% mastery, and we actually beat the district on mastery by about 20%. So data-wise, though it's working really well in my classroom, I also institute the idea of student voice.
Who we are is really just about giving students the opportunity to have voice and choice in what they do here at IDEA. The main thing is community. I think that's where we start, is just making sure that every student has a person and that they feel comfortable.
Wonderful. So parents and students, the deadline is this month, the 31st, so start that today. Go to dallasisd.org/yourchoices and start your application and come to IDEA and come experience this awesomeness with everything that you saw today.
And if you're still not sold, you still have the opportunity to come and shadow myself, Mr. Edgar, or any one of our students here to get a better feel for it. So bring your student, we'll be looking for you.